All right, so far, can you see the working space of Microsoft Excel, which is shared in your application?
Yes, Professor, we're
You can
seeing
see
the
it.
Excel page, yes.
Excel page. All right, so let me, guys, to explain what is Excel and what is the application needed for. First of all, the nature of Excel is table. Table has lines, questions after the lecture. All right. Table has rows and columns, enumerated 1, 2, 3, and so on. And columns are enumerated with letters A, B, C, D, and so on. On the cross section between row, when you click it, you can find cell is the element of Excel which actually contain data. Data must be participating in a formula like algebraic data in algebra. So that could be A, B, C, D. In the case of Excel, X, Y, Z will be the name of a look at this. My cell is selected and the name of the cell is C4. If I change it, in this case it will be D5. You can see the little opening here and the name of the cell name box will be reflected the cell address. The information in the cells could have a very different nature. And if you would like to go to format this cell in the certain way, you need to go to ribbon home and then format. When you click format, you will see submenu, which will different stuff, and then you can go to format cells. Format cells, I need to do this again. Hold on, something wrong with my application. All right, I'll try to do this again. So this is my cell and I'm going to cells. Now you can see the different data that can be inside of the cells. Look at this. General. General is just a general number like 1, 2, 3, 2.5 and so on. Number is quite the same. Number could be decimal, or number could be binary, or number could be percentage. Then very important, folks, you can see currency. Currency is a money. So Excel could serve you as money calculation. Then you can go for accounting. Accounting, an entire world of accounting. You can calculate income, you can calculate expenses, you can calculate funds, and so on. Then you have date and time. Date and time. Sometimes it's very needed. Percentage, fractions, folks, scientific data. Scientific data like grades, radians, like temperature grades, and so on. Text is not numeric. Text is textual data. Special and custom. Actually, I don't know what it needs for, but it listed here. So I will say cancel, and you will see this address. Folks, then you can see the long opening here, the long opening named formula bar. By the way, the white flag will tell you what is this when you do Excel thing. Formula bar will serve you to place the formula. And folks, the argument is the address of the cell. Address of the cell will be reflected like here I'm in a D6. Let me show you folks the first action for Excel. I will put here 21 in E6. I'll put here, I will select D6. All formulas in Excel must be started with equal sign. And then you can type the name of the cell. I would like to calculate the subtraction difference between. Now you can see to calculate this I need to, and when I check in the selected cell you will see that reflects difference between these two cells. Actually, the E6 minus F6. Folks, another thing in terminology for Excel. When you go for selection, your cursor will be having the image of fatty, thick cursor. So when you go in this cursor through the cells, you will see highlighted rectangle. This highlighted rectangle could be defined with the first cell address. Look at this. It started with and will be finished with. So we can put this in a formula bar, have the rectangle to define this range of cells, you need to mention the first, like H5 in my case, the last cell, which is L13 in my case. You need to put colon in between. Let me show you, folks. I will put number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3, number 6. I'll put 2. I'll put 1. I'll put 3. I'll put 3, and I'll put 2. This is a data. Data is not organized. First of all, to organize this data, I need to make a frame. Frame around this data. Let me make it. So I will create the selection, which will be a range of cells. Then, folks, I need to go and the framing. I need to find out near the font. When you open the framing borders, you will find different borders, but I prefer all borders. When you make all borders, the entire table is visible and it is marked up with data, and it is 3 by 4, and I would like to make it colorful. So what I need to do, I need to highlight it, paint back it. So I will use it yellow, and then you will see my pretty organized and painted. Now, I would like to calculate in the cell L6 right here. I would like to calculate the sum of this row. As soon as this L6 is selected, I need just to mention these 4 cells that will be sum of this. So I will put equal sign, then I'll put H6, but I do not need to mention H6 plus I6 plus J6 plus K6. I will put range of cells from H6. This is range of cells. But folks, let me tell you, range of cells must be in brackets. So I will insert brackets around this range of cells. Then after equal sign, I will put operation. Operation in this case will be calculation of the sum. So I would like to calculate sum. And then I will put, you need to remember this command or function is sum. So when I press enter, you will see 12 as a result of this calculation. I will do this for the next one. I already know that equal sign is started. Then I already know that sum operation. I will open bracket, but look what's the miracle. When I click the first cell, which is participating in this operation, you will see running a dotted line, and then it's automatically H7 in the formula. Then what I need to do, I need to put and click the last one. Folks, look at this. Excel is automatically mentioned. The only thing to do, I need to close bracket, and formula is ready. Now I need to, and I have 17. I will repeat it here, folks. I will repeat it here. So what I need to start with equal sign and then type sum. Then I will open bracket. I will hit the last one. My formula is ready. I have real sum. You can calculate it. Folks, again, when I get this answer, I need to put also participated in the table. Here I can just write down the text, row total. Now what I would like to do here, I would like to make, but look what's happened. When I typed column total, my feet with the column width. Now listen carefully, folks. To adjust the column width, you need to go in between all the columns, but you need to press enter. In this case, when you go to the space between 2 columns, that the left column must be increased in the size, you need to just drag a little bit this space, and then you will see different column space. Folks, look at this. I can make these columns a little bit narrower. So I will go here, and in between I will just save space. Save space with this table. Here I cannot do this because if I make the space smaller, my row and column total will not be fit. I would like to calculate column total for the column 2, column 3, and here I'll put column number. So I'll position my cursor right where column total. I will start formula with equal sign. Then I'll put sum. Then I will open bracket. Now I need to click the first number and shift click the last number in the column. In this case, all I need to do is just close bracket. I can press enter, folks. Enter, you will see 15, which is a real sum total for the column. Now let me come back to 15. What it need. The formula in this cell refers to range that additional number suggests. Now look at this, folks. When I hit 15 cell, you can see a little tiny dot. Can you see? When I position my cursor on this dot, upon this dot, you will follow the cursor image. You will see cursor became a skinny cursor. And this is fill handle. This terminology need to be remembered. Fill handle. What it needed for. If I would like to fill nearest cells according to the same formula, then you need just to drag it, and then you will see the same formula. The same formula. Folks, here in this cell, I will put grand total, and I will put here grand total. You can see it's not fit, so I need to go to the cells, bring the cell a little bit, make the column wider. Then I will calculate grand total. Folks, grand total is sum of the entire yellow field. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put equal sign, then the operation sum, which is sum of all of these yellows, open bracket in the range, and then shift click the last cell. I can do this manually. I can say H6 colon K8, and then let me close and press, and then you will see 49. Folks, I would like to make this frame the same as here. Also, I would like to make so that is my calculated. What else I can calculate from this table? Let me put here average. I would like to calculate average for column. That will be yellow column. I need to select cell where Excel will place the result. To go to formula bar, press equal sign, and then type average. Average is operation to calculate average, and then open bracket. I will go for last cell. That will be average for one column. Then I need to close, and then you will see instances of data total 15. So average must be 15 divided by 3. Let me calculate average for the next one. I can recalculate it just writing formula, but I will not do this. I will go fill handle and then drag this, and then you can see average will make frame. I will make a little break to give you opportunity to ask me questions. Do you have questions about this, or this is understandable? Ask me questions quickly.
If you can repeat the exercise for us, please.
The entire thing?
I don't know for the student. For me, I would like that you repeat it for me, please.
What you would like me to repeat?
Like
You do not.
how I make this sum.
You missed the beginning. You came later, or
I
what?
missed the beginning. I made the beginning, and I can't see how you make the total and average because I'm trying to understand the first part.
Be careful now. I will repeat second time with different data. Mute your microphone. Folks, this is sheet number 1. To create different worksheet, you need to place your cursor on this plus and click. So you will be in a sheet number 2. Now I would like to make the problem the same way I did before on the sheet number 1, but that will be different data. Let me put here. Mute your microphone, please. Mute your microphone. This way I will put years. And years will be year 1999, year 2000, year 2001, and year 2002. Here I'll put, and I will make income and put D, which is domestic income D. I'll put, let's say, 2300, 12,000, 15,000, 11. Then I'll put income F, which means foreign income. And let me put here foreign income. It could be European or South American. That will be, let's say, $3,000. That will be $4,000. That will be $1,000, and that will be 35. Expenses 700, 1200. Expenses 250, 400. First of all, that could be on exam. So you need to calculate net income. Net income meaning total income every year minus total expense. First of all, I don't know this data must be formatted data with money. So how to create it, how to make it. Look at this, folks. First of all, I need to make, so I will go create overall selection, and then I'm going to borders and I'll choose all borders. Now I would like to select years with a different color. I'll make it yellow, select it here separately. I will make it to understand difference between years and money. When I highlight the money, I need to change it to dollars. In this case, I need to go to format cells, and to go with currency. When I go with currency, the dialog box, you supposed to see it, suggests you to decimal places, dollars and cents, and dollar sign will be here. So when I press OK, you will see a transformation here. All of the money will look like money. Income is 2,300 cents. After we make transformation in Excel, I would like to start our calculation. Here, I would like to calculate subtotal. Definitely subtotal for 1999 must be in sum. So let me do this. I will go for selected this, and then I will go for formula bar, equal sign. I will put the word sum, and then I will click the first, after I put the bracket, I will click the first what will participate in the sum, shift click the last one, and then close bracket. You will see a blue frame around this too. So folks, when I press check, you will see income for 2 years. Income for domestic and foreign for 1999. I'll do the same thing with year 2000. I position my cursor here after all the table, and then I will put this operation equal sign and operation, then open bracket and click the first cell, and then shift click the last one. In my case, it's just 2 cells, but it could be much more. It could be let's say domestic, Cuban, Brazilian income if company is really international. Close bracket. When you close bracket, you just need to press enter, and then you will see $16,000 my income. To feel the same income the same way year 2001 and 2002, I need to go and prolong this frame. When cursor in different cells is thick, when you put it on this little dot, it became small, and then you need just to prolong this frame, and then you will see whatever we need to calculate. Folks, I would like to make this also framed, so I will make a frame. Subtotal, that is subtotal for income. My income is not feet, so I need to the border a little bit. Subtotal for expenses. Subtotal for expenses. Cursor, my subtotal for expenses must be calculated. Definitely, this is sum between expenses D and expenses F. So I need to go to formula bar, press equal sign. I can just manually say bracket and make listed these 2 cells, C7, and second one will be, and then close bracket. I did it manually, folks, but I can make it automatically, and then you can see I will make here automatically. I'll put here equal sign, the word sum, and then open bracket. Click the first expenses, shift click the last one, and then close bracket. To calculate 2 more, I need to position my cursor on the field handle and then prolong the frame to see all of this data. Let me make this also framed. I have subtotal income, subtotal expenses. Now I need to put net income is subtotal income minus subtotal expenses. I position my cursor selected cell where this net income will be placed, and then I will go to formula bar. I'll go to equal sign and place it there. Then I'll put operation subtraction. So I will take put minus sign and put no bracket needs. And then when I check, you will see net income. I can prolong it for all 4 years, right field handle. And then I will highlight all of the 3 additional lines and make it frame. You can see it, it's very beautiful. Related everything. I will make now to ask you, do you understand what I did? Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Basically, yes. Okay. So I will continue. Folks, now I would like to calculate average income for 4 years. Here I will put the word for 4 years and select this cell for 4 years. Definitely I need to put income equal sign to type. Please mute your microphone. Mute your microphone. Then I will open bracket, click the first participated cell in average, and then press shift and click the last one. Look what's happened. All four cells will be participating in calculation of average. Then I will close bracket and the formula will be automatically written. Definitely you can make it manually because we know that rectangular range of cells will look like the first cell address, okay, or address, folks. If you find the word reference, that is the same thing. Like the cell reference here is C5. So the first reference or first address is C5 and the last one is F5. And you can see it here. So when I click, you will see average for of income domestic. I do not need to recalculate it. Just position cursor in the field handle, make it 4 slides down, and then you will find average for expenses. Now I can continue, folks, and calculate average and average for net income. Isn't it amazing? So I will make it and average framed too. So the calculation made for average. Now what I would like to do, folks, I would like to calculate what was maximum for domestic income for 4 years. And here I will put the word maximum income. Maximum income, folks, I can position cursor in the cell H5 where will be maximum income calculated. Definitely will go for formula. I need to go for equal and I will put operation max. Operation max will list all of them and find the income domestic that was listed for these 4 years. But I need to format this operation. Open bracket, and then I will click the first year, shift click the last year, or just manually input this data. For C5 to F5 is range of cells which is reflected domestic income for 4 years. Then I will check and we will check it. 2300, 12,000, 15,000, 11,000. Definitely maximum is 15,000. Let me make a frame, and after this frame I will go the calculated maximum and I position cursor. Look at this. How can I position it? I will position it. I'll make it a little bit. You will see this dot, right? You see this dot. When I position this cursor, the cursor became very skinny cursor. So I will go and bring it down. Then you will see minimum of all 4 years. I will not go for average, and this is just maximum for all 4 years. Then I would like to calculate minimum, folks. Minimum will show me the bad years where the income was not so big. And I'll put the word mean. Let me frame it. I will highlight this and make minimum. So I will calculate it in the cell I5 and then let me put the formula. Equal sign as usual. Start with first data, then shift last one data. You must understand that I'm not going to calculate it data. Only data was given, identification, and then break it. But I can insert it, and after that I will correct formula, which is minimum to F5. When I check it, the smallest data that had been here. Then I'll do the same thing, folks. I will just drag the fill handle down and then you will see the minimum data that we have here. Well, not only allows you to calculate stuff, it also allows you to make graphic diagram to show how this all looks like in your income. For example, you are a bookkeeper and you would like to show your manager how it looks like. In this case, folks, I would like to go for years domestic foreign income. So I will highlight domestic income and foreign income. And also I need to be reflected in net income. But folks, I need to highlight years income and net income. When I highlight net income, other will be dehighlighted. How can I highlight non-adjustments? And I will show you, folks. You need to highlight, for example, and then press Control and hold it. Highlight the last. Then I would like to insert and recommend a chart. So I hope I did select everything good. Will show me. Let me go for this chart. When I go for OK, you will see chart that reflect my income domestic, income foreign, and net income. Actually, this chart will be so I will go and make it a little shorter right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I would like to see how this stuff looks like on a printer. In this case, I need to go to File. That will be Preview. Preview. Where's the print? Interesting. In my case, I don't see the print.
The point is after save as.
Print, yes. Thank you. I'm getting blinder. So you can see how this will look on a printer, folks. You can see it. You can adjust the size of the diagram, but for that, you need to come back to the design mode, click this diagram, and to go to make it a little bigger. Now, what else, folks? What else? I would like to go and make the title. I forgot to tell you that when you came back from the print preview, you will see the printable edge, and you will see the dotted line on the right side of the printable page. So that will be showing you the edge of the printable area. But what I would like to do, folks, I would like to highlight a few cells. I even will highlight maybe not so big. I will highlight how many? 10, right? And look at this little symbol in the home ribbon. That is merged and center. Merge and center. That will merge all of this cells. And let me make them blue. You will see instead of all of the cells, that will be one big cell. And then when I double click here, I'll put the words financial report. Now, folks, it goes to the bottom of the cell, but I would like to make this cell aligned in the middle. And then you can see number of alignment in the Excel. Then you will see 6 of them. One of them is vertical alignment, which will give you position in the middle of the cell vertically. And then here, folks, I will highlight the cell, and I would like to introduce the operation. Operation today, it's an operation that does not have any algebraic arguments. So it started with equal sign, then I'll put today, open bracket and close bracket. Such a strange, but when it will give you automatically today's date. So the job is done, folks. The financial report is done. It's not shameful to show it to your boss. Ordered this. Any questions, guys? Everything understandable?
Yes,
Yes or no?
Yes, Professor.
Yeah. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. So folks, let me finish this session on this Excel, and I would like to give you the homework for next time. Let me go for sheet number 3, and then I will give you what you need to calculate. That will be 2019, 2018, 2019, 2021. Here will be income United States, income expenses, European expenses. Let me put here 2300, 25,600, 6700, 1500, 4500, 4700. To change this, folks, you need double click 4700, 3400, 45, 7000, 6000, and 11. African 4000, 4000, 4500, and $1,000. Expenses 400, 500. Expenses European 760, 560. Let's put $1,000,000, folks. 670, 560 again. Expenses in Asia 1,200, $1,000, 800, 900. Expenses in Africa 600, 900, 600. You can make a photograph of this table. I will make it big. So what do you need to calculate? You need to calculate subtotal expenses, and this is the table. Now, what to do with this? If you made it, keep it for yourself. I will ask you the data be here next time. All right, we'll ask questions. So you need to make this table, adopt it for yourself, and calculate it. We already did the same thing, so you can make it for this data. And definitely you need to convert this data to the currency. I would like to remind you how to make it. For example, if you have 2334, so that is data, you need to go to format, go to format cells and use currency and then press OK. In this case, your $ and cents will be here. All right, make this photograph, please. In this case, I would like to conclude the questions, folks. Now questions. Thank you for coming to me, guys.
Professor, when is the final of this course, Professor?
Information yet, but I will contact registrar office next time and will tell you. That definitely will be in December. But we need to finish Excel. We just started it.
Yeah, Professor.
And also you need to give me a created website, and that will be also one test before finals, test that will be include data for word processing and Excel.
Professor, when we got to create a website, did you post it? Did you post the assignment for us to create a website?
Assignment is there, folks. It's in not only assignment. There is the video how to make it.
So you
Not
said we
only
got to create
one
a website,
few.
and when is that due?
The due, there is no due so far. When you're ready, you just place it. I think the due for website is the end of November.
End of November. So which
Yes.
content we creating a website on? Because I didn't see you post no content.
The best thing is your resume, your cover letter, your goals, your bio, your business preference. But if you don't have neither one, you can put any text there would like.
Okay.
Why I tell you to place the valuable information about you, because if you make this website in this course, that will be your treasure, your asset. You will be able to send it to the potential job offer, and they will see who you are and what you can do. Any
So
other
you said we
questions,
could
guys?
create a website based on our resume and cover
Absolutely,
letter?
yes. About the personal, professional information. Resume, for example, your education, your professional skills, your experience, your knowledge, what courses you take, for example. So if it's not your first educational in McGirr's College, what you did before, and so on. That is your resume. Your cover letter. Cover letter will be like this. Dear, for those who may concern, dear somebody, I mean CEO or dear chairman, hereby I would like to represent myself as a potential member of your working community. I am good in this, and that. I'm very, how to say, talented in this, and that. I succeeded in a certain area, so I will be good find for you, and you will not be sorry to have me in your collect. Okay, that is cover letter, something like that. Maybe not so aggressive, maybe a little bit softer. What else? Professional goals. You can find out something like my professional goals is to make myself CEO of a small business where I will be able to realize my technical and organizational skills. Okay, folks, if you
Okay, so I
allow
just have
me,
one more question. So when we
yes,
finish with these stuff to create a website, when we finish, we're gonna just create that document into a website, right?
you need to save it as a website.
Oh, see it, save it as okay.
Yes, save it on the website, and then you need to place it, upload it in a place in the content for. You will find out where.
What do we have to give the website a specific name or
It's
is
up to
it
you. It's
okay?
up to you. Totally creative. So, folks, let me stop recording.